Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So recently we celebrated 2 birthdays. My daughter turned 4 and my son turned 2. We have 2 summer babies, so this year my husband and I thought it would be a good idea to throw a joint birthday party. So as soon as we picked our theme, which if you couldn't already tell was Pirates and Mermaids, we went into full-on party planning mode. This party was a blast. We had just as much fun planning as we did throwing the actual party. Party planning is one of my favorite things to do. However, I am a stay-at-home mom, so we are on a very tiny budget for parties, which is fine because getting creative is part of the fun. There's no need to spend a ton of money on a kid's birthday party. So everything that you see in this video is either free or super cheap. This video ended up being so long that I split it into 2. So this first one will be all about the DIY projects and decor and how I got ready for the party. And then the second video will be all about food. Yes, it gets its own video. So be sure to check out part 2 when you finish this one. The link will be in the description panel below. So if you'd like to see how I created the decor for this party, then just keep watching. So the best thing about these invitations is that they were free. I started with just a brown paper bag and I cut it out into rectangles that fit inside of envelopes that I already had. And then I'm just taking some magic markers and writing out my invite. Okay, all done with the writing portion. Now I'm going to take some old jute that I had and I am going to make this look like a treasure map. So I drew a little X down at the bottom that marks the spot of where the party is, and I'm just going to hot glue down this rope on top of the invite. And now for the fun part, we need some fire. So I'm just using a little tea light candle and I am going to burn the edges of the invitation. This just gives it that piratey look, like it's been through cannonballs and fire, and I don't know, it just makes it. So cute! I think this actually turned out better than invitations that I've purchased in the past. Now I'm going to grab my envelopes and address each one, and I'm also going to add a little pirate X marks the spot design like we had on the invitations. And that's it! Here are the finished invitations. Now it's time to get started planning our party! So here's another free DIY project that I did. It is just a door hanger that looks like a pirate X. So I'm using an old cardboard box that I had sitting around, and I'm just cutting off one of the flaps, and then I'm going to cut that flap in half to create my 2 lines for the X. Then I'm going to get some newspaper and glue down my X and some red paint with a rolly brush and paint it red. So once the X is dry, I am going to take some more of that jute rope and attach it to the X so that it can hang from my door. Let's move along to the next project. I have a roll of burlap that I got for I think about $2, and I am just going to unroll it and cut it into triangle shapes. And this is what I'm going to create my name banner with. So once I'm done cutting out all of the triangles, I am going to lay down some newspaper and grab some black fabric paint that I already had, and I'm going to create the letters for each one. And once these are dry, I am going to take some jute rope and connect them together. So here's the final product. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm excited because I can reuse this in the future for all of our parties. Next up is this cute little fringe background for my mermaid bar. I'm just using 3 tablecloths. These are from the dollar store, so this total cost for this was $3. I'm going to hang up each tablecloth, one on top of the other, and just taping it down as I go. Now I'm going to take some scissors, and as I hold all 3 of the tablecloths together, I am going to cut and make the fringe. Then, to give it more of a mermaid feel, I am going to put braids in all of the fringe. So here it is. My kids absolutely love it and have asked if we can hang it in their playroom after the party is over, so I guess it won't go to waste. To create the signs, I just used things that I found around my house. The large sign that you see on the left was an old refrigerator box, and then I had some packing paper, which is what I'm using right here to create the mermaid bar sign. You can use anything from paper bags, tissue paper, whatever you have around the house. To display my menu, I have these little white standing frames that I bought at IKEA, I think 3 years ago. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that they still have them because I went recently and they had them. So I use these for every party, and I just cut out new strips of paper and write what the menu item is and stick it inside of the frame. It's so easy, and it's nice to have for every single party. Another idea is to spray the frame inserts with chalkboard paint, so that way you just have to grab a piece of chalk and write down your menu items, which I have done, but I wanted to make these so that I could put the stickers on them. Next up is a Pirate and Mermaid treasure chest, and I had an old trunk, so I thought it would be perfect to use to put the dress-up items in. For the pirates at the party, I found these little accessory packs that have earrings, a mustache, and an eye patch. I'm going to make these cute little headbands for all of the mermaids that come to the party. I found all of the supplies at the dollar store, so it was really cheap and really, really cute. My daughter still wears hers around every day. So I'm just going to use hot glue to attach the seashell and then the starfish on top of the headband. And that's it. These headbands were a big hit at the party. All of the little mermaids loved them, and no judging, but I may have saved one for myself. Along with the headbands, I also had some pearls and rings set out for the mermaids to wear. Everybody knows that a kid's favorite part of a party are party favors, so I had originally thought I would get sand buckets and fill them with fun stuff, but when I went to the dollar store, I found these cute little coloring books, and they were perfect because they had pirates and mermaids. So I grabbed 12 of those, and then I got 2 packs of crayons, and I am just going to group these in sets of 2 so they can take some crayons home with their coloring books. I know, every kid has crayons at home, but new ones are so much fun. Now, these jellyfish just made the party. They were so stinking cute, and they were really easy and cheap to make. I found these shower curtains in a gigantic pack for $1, so I grabbed 2 of those, and then coordinating tablecloths to make the jellyfish tentacles. That's what they're called, right? Okay. Anyway, to make the tentacles, I just cut strips into my tablecloth, and now I'm going to hold each strip in the center and then pull on the outside edge. I'm going to do that on both sides, so when I'm done doing this side, I'm going to flip it over and do the opposite side. Once all the tentacles are done, I am going to start putting the jellyfish together. So I'm going to take my shower cap and I'm going to stuff that with some tissue paper. And then I'm going to fluff it out and place a safety pin right in the center, and that's how I'm going to attach all the tentacles. Now I'm going to repeat that process over and over and over again until I get through 16 jellyfish. Now clearly these are a little time consuming, but that's okay because all of the kids loved them and they were really cute. We hung them over a canopy, which we called the Mermaid Lagoon, and there was a big pool underneath, so the kids had a blast playing under all of the jellyfish. And it wouldn't be a pirate party without a plank. I found this idea on Pinterest. It's just 2 crates with an old piece of wood across it and rope holding each end together. This was free, we already had every item, and it was really easy and fun. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you would like to see how I prepared all of the food for this party, including tutorials for the yummy desserts that we had, then be sure to check out part 2. And again, I will include that in the description panel below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button if you would like to see more videos like this on party planning. See you guys soon!